I think I can kind of remember as early as 3 that music became something for me, magical for me. I can remember listening to all the songs, and my family, we were pretty eclectic. We would have to honestly sneak and listen to some of the R&B stuff, but we listened to everything. And so I can remember times sitting around and listening to music and making up songs with my sister in the bathtub, or all of us kind of sitting in the living room and making these songs, or taking someone's songs and making it our own, and being taught how to listen for your part and basic harmonies. And even as far as I can remember, my grandfather always giving us a hymn book, because he was a Pentecostal preacher, but we got hymn books. So like, music has always been something that I felt was so magical and so moving and so creative. And I just love it. And like I said, since I was 3, it's just been something that has been a part of me and a part of who I am. And it's just been a great journey since. I always knew that I had a love for English and writing and literature and reading. It was something that I loved to do. I loved doing things that caused me to have to like go back to working with my hands, or like I do things like I write calligraphy. I know how to write calligraphy. So anything that had to do with words or things like that, I love to do it. And so I noticed my love for writing in 9th grade by a teacher that nobody liked. Like, nobody liked this teacher, but I guess she saw something in me when it came to the, when you take literature and English classes. I guess she saw something in me, because she would not allow me to turn in a paper. It was an A paper, but she would not allow me to turn that paper in until I spelled a word correctly. And she would not tell me how to spell it. She just kept saying, no, it's spelled incorrectly. And so I think then she kind of ignited that flame in me when it came down to writing. And so I can remember sitting down nights, just jotting things down, and then like songs would come to me. And I started writing more so for my sisters and I, because we needed our own material. We have our own style, so it was just kind of came natural to me to write songs for them. And it's been a wild ride, and I feel some of my more stronger writings came from me writing for my sisters. And it's just been an amazing journey to see how I've grown from there. But that's where it all started. It started in 9th grade when that fire was lit in me from my teacher. Her name was Miss Hainsworth. Yeah, that was her. And she ignited that flame in me, and ever since then, it just kind of took off from there. My musical influences, they are vast, but I think when you listen to music that I've written and vocally produced, you will kind of understand why. Of course, my family, and I can, I feel like my mom, she's a singer as well, and I feel like she was like that person that I always kept my eye on to see what she was doing and how she did it. And she was like one of the people that I heard sing all parts. Like, she sang soprano, alto, and tenor, and could pull it off amazingly. And so I would say it starts with her. And then of course, I started singing with my brother, who had a choir, a kids gospel choir back in the day. And that was such influential when it came to me, how I approached music and how it was the discipline with it and everything like that. Absolutely amazing. We started traveling then and doing music, so definitely influential from my brother in that regard. And then I have a set of twin brothers that they would sit down and let us listen to BB and CeCe Winans, or like, Marvin Winans and the Winans and Commissioned and the Clark sisters and different things like that. And then, so my older sister, she took it upon herself to take us under her wing, and that's how we started our first group. And so my family has been so influential in my musical journey. And then also, like, if you want to talk like stars or well-known people, of course, Janet Jackson has always been my favorite. She's an amazing artist. She sings and writes and produces like nobody else. Layla Hathaway, because she taught me that having deeper tones and lower tones was just as amazing as having a high, the higher tones in a soprano voice, and showed me that the things that I was thinking in my head could be done vocally. And so she turned that around for me. And then, you have your people like your Jill Scott, and then you have, like, on the gospel side, you have Anita Wilson. She's absolutely amazing to me. And so those are some of the people that influence a lot of what I do vocally, and just even when I write, and even when I'm listening and sitting and producing a song, or thinking about the harmonies and things that I want to go with the song. Those are some of my strongest influences. Storytime with GurlMuziq honestly is a concept that has been on me for a long time, because I kind of felt like, I don't want to say different personalities, but I have different looks that I like to exude, and I have, like, I'm like that crazy, sexy, cool type person. Like, I know where to fit in. I know when to be classy. I know when to kind of lay low, and then I know when to, tomboy it out or wear some sneakers or whatever the case may be. And I love being that broad in my being. I love being that broad. And so, the story time with GurlMuziq is actually a music story. It's almost like a musical in a sense, because everything that I had written at a point in my life was coming from things that I was experiencing at the time, and deeper things that I was experiencing. And it's now time for me to tell my story. And a lot of people, they saw me sing with my sisters, and I kind of would never, hardly ever lead songs and things like that. But it's just my time to sit back and get, that story off of me, just to kind of let people know that Lori, GurlMuziq, is, she has something to say. And not only does she have something to say, she wants to say it in a way and for people. She wants to say it in a way where she gets her story across, as well as touch people's hearts. And I just want to make sure that everybody understands that music is such a powerful entity, and I use it as such, and this is what Storytime with GurlMuziq is. It's an evolution of becoming the woman that you see today through my music and through things that I've written. So I'm super excited to share it with everybody, and getting that part of me off of me so that I can share it with the world. And it's going to be an amazing experience. And like I was sharing with someone the other day, that everything that I do, it points back to giving God my glory. I tell people this because it may not be a song that talks about Jesus, but it's going to lead to Jesus, simply because I'm giving you a place where I was when I needed Jesus, and you're going to see how he brought me from that point and where he's brought me today. So I am just super excited to share my ministry, if you will, and my story and my gift with everyone that is willing to hear. And that's where, Storytime with GurlMuziq came from. Hey, it's Lori, GurlMuziq major, and I'm inviting you to join us on Facebook Live on September the 18th for my musical journey, Storytime with GurlMuziq. I'm super excited, and I really want you to be excited with me and to join us, because it's going to be a journey through music while telling a powerful story. So I want you to come on out and join me, Lori GurlMuziq, September 18th, 2020 at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Thank you so much.